Hello and welcome to Bermuda Park Nursery. I'm going to take you on a virtual show around of our nursery. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, we're not allowing any visitors into our nursery or prospective parents, so what we're doing to try and give you a feel for our nursery is doing the virtual tour. When you approach nursery, we have our doorbell there. What you do is you just push the button for whichever room you would like to be in, and the staff will buzz you in. We've got CCTV camera there, so the staff in each room have got a screen so they can see the door, so they know who they are letting in. Once you come through the front door, you're in the man trap. So there's another door there to enter the nursery. Again, it's just another security measure. So what we do is you push the button. The staff, if they don't recognise you outside, they will ask who you are and then they will push you through. We have our safeguarding board there with all the information that you may need to see. And we have a hand sanitiser station there. So before you enter the nursery, we sanitise our hands and then go through. You come straight into our hallway. We have our visitors book, our signing in sheets. We are an award-winning nursery. We've had the Winks Award for 3 years now, I think it is. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on. So you come into the foyer and we have got the main corridor. We have got our baby unit. The office is just across there, our tweenie room. Then down the corridor, we come to our toddler room. Then at the end here, we have got preschool. This door here leads through to soft play. It's key coded, so it doesn't open from the other side. In normal circumstances, pre-pandemic, we used to go through to soft play before it opens. And the children could play up to 9:25 on a morning as soft play opens at 9:30. Due to the current pandemic, that isn't actually happening at the minute, but when things go back to normal, we're hoping that we can resume our play in soft play. This is the entrance to our baby and toddler unit. We have a no outdoor shoe policy in this room, so you can choose whether to take your shoes off or to pop shoe covers on. The reason for that is most babies, everything they see goes hand to mouth, so it's just to keep the room cleaner and to reduce the germs as much as possible. This is the staff that work in our baby room. So this is the baby room. It's quite a large room. As you can see, we section an area off just here. This is for our non-mobile children. This area will grow and shrink with the cohort of children that we have. So if we've got lots of non-mobile babies, we'll make it slightly bigger. If everybody is mobile, it will be slightly smaller. We do have a sleep room that I'll show you in a minute. But what we also have is our coracles, and these are amazing for our babies that need to be cuddled and put to sleep. You can practically lean into the coracle as you're placing the children down, so it does work really well. But we do have a cot room and I will show you that shortly. All our toys and resources are all stored either at low level on the shelves where the children can access them, or they're out on the floor. The idea is the children can make their own choices as to what they would like to play with, and our role is to rotate the resources to keep the children interested and to promote their next stage of development. As you can see, we have half carpet and half wet floor. The reason for this is we wanted our younger children, including our babies, to be able to have access to as much messy play as our older children would. So on this section of the room, we have all our messy activities, our paint, our gloop, all the creative, malleable things that the children can explore in their time with us. We don't have any high chairs in this room. We have all low chairs. As you can see, the way we do it is we place the 3 chairs in a semicircle with a member of staff sat in front, so the children can all interact with each other and the member of staff. It makes meal times more social, more like you do at home, I suppose. So the chairs have the same straps that you would see on a high chair, they're just a lower chair. Again, you can see our resources behind are all low level for the children to access. We have low level table and chairs for them there when they're playing kitchen and home. We also have access direct from the room straight into our outdoor area. I will show you this shortly. We have pegs, as you can see just here, where our children bring their bags to nursery. We ask that each child brings at least 3 changes of clothes to nursery. More if you need them, but we need a minimum of 3. If you bring your nappies, wipes, lotions and potions, we'll transfer them into our changing room, which I'll show you shortly. This is our nappy changing area that we use for our babies and toddlers. It's just off the baby unit. We have a half stable door and we have a voile curtain there which you can see through. The reason for this is if we have any visitors in the nursery and they're in the room when we're changing a child's nappy, we can pull the curtain across to protect children's modesty, but also it ensures that the staff aren't shut away in a small room with the children. We have 2 changing mats on the top there, and we store all our nappies and wipes in name boxes across the top. It is a bit of a messy room, but it does do the purpose. We also have a tiny toilet here for our children that are potty training, and we have potties as well. And we have a sink where we encourage our children to wash their hands before and after meals. There's a little 2-step there where we can help them up. Okay, this is our toddler side of our baby and toddler unit. We've got a beautiful fish tank there. It doesn't show up too well on video, but we do have some lovely fish, and the children do love the fish tank. Toddler unit share the same changing area. Again, all our toys and resources are low level, so children can self-access them. Like I said earlier, we rotate our toys and resources to keep our children interested and to bring them onto their next stage of their development. Again, within this room we have a mixture of carpet and hard floor. Like I said earlier, it's to ensure our children can have the same access to all that messy, dirty play that the older children have. Main change in this room is the resources are slightly more difficult, designed for slightly older children than our baby room. Our chairs are normal chairs as opposed to the low chairs with the straps that have sides on them, if you can see there, and they are very low to the ground so that children are nice and secure in there. We have 2 tables within this room where the children can sit and do their activities. The semicircle table there is designed so that the member of staff sits in the little semicircle at the top and she's the same distance away from all our children. So that is lovely when children are eating meals and when they're doing creative activities, because the member of staff can be as close to each child as she needs to be. All our children have their own cups. I won't focus in because they've got pictures of the children on, and obviously we want to protect our children. This is our sleep room. We have a safety gate there that we use to keep the children that are playing in the toddler room to stop them from going into the baby room, into the sleep room, sorry. It's the end of the day, so as you can see, our cots have all been stripped and cleaned and sterilised, ready for the next day. We have 4 cots in here. In that set of drawers there, it is full of pillowcases. Each pillowcase has a laminated picture of each child, and within the pillowcase is their sheet and their blanket. All our bedding is washed at least once a week. We wash it more often if it becomes dirty or if it's soiled, but each child has their own individual bedding. The room is open, like I say, it's just got the safety gate there, it hasn't got a door, so we can keep a close eye on our children while they're sleeping. This leads directly into the toddler room, as you can see there. So there's no window there, it's open. We have a light in here that we can turn on and turn off. We did used to have lovely mobiles that went over the top of each cot, but due to COVID we've had to take all them down, so that's why it's looking a little bare. There are no cuddly toys, no soft furnishings in here at all at the minute. All our rooms have direct access to the outdoor area. This is the outdoor section for babies and toddlers. It's quite a large outdoor area. It's a north-facing section, this garden, so we couldn't have grass because it would just turn into a bog. So what we've got is wet paw. This enables the children to be able to play outside in all weathers, and they will get wet. We have lovely puddles that we encourage the children to splash in, but they won't get muddy. Because we still wanted our children to experience the natural world, we've got 2 tuff trays here. This one has a variety of herbs in, all edible from root to tip, so if a child does decide to have a nibble, it won't matter too much. And then in this tuff tray here we have grown grass. The children can explore that. Sometimes we put treasure in it for them to find at the minute they are digging. We have got a mud kitchen at the top, I'm sure you'll all be pleased to hear. The children have a selection of malleable materials that they can play in our mud kitchen with. We have bikes and trikes and push along things. This is our sandpit. Unfortunately, with the current pandemic, we're not accessing the outdoor sandpit. It is very, very difficult to ensure it is thoroughly sterilised before and after each child has used it, so we've made the decision not to use the sand at the moment. However, the children do have access to sand and water inside when they do their messy play. That is much more manageable. We can empty the trays out and sterilise everything thoroughly with Milton before the next child uses it, or we can simply throw it away if we're only using a small amount. When our toddlers are around 2, again depending on the stage of development, then we move them through to our tweenie room. I'll just show you a picture of the staff that work within this room. The staff that work within the room at the moment. This is our tweenie room. Children come into this room around the age of 2, and they will stay here until they're around 3.5 when they move through to our preschool room. Similar to the other rooms, we have a mixture of carpet and wet floor, so the children can have access to all of their messy creative activities. Quite a large room, as you can see. Lots of different activities out for our children to explore. I'm trying to show you the whole room, but it's quite big. There, hopefully you can see a bit better there. Again, as in the other rooms, all our toys and resources are stored at low level or in clear plastic containers, so the children can make their own informed choices of what they would like to play with for the day. The staff again rotate the resources to ensure the children are getting a varied learning experience. Main difference in this room, obviously you can see the tables are bigger. They're the big round tables with the chairs. The children have free access to art and craft over there. Pre-COVID we had sand and water trays all day, every day. We're not having that at the minute, but we still do have our sand tray out. It's just got creative materials in where they can explore different textures. There are doors that we access our outdoor area. In this room we do free flow into the garden, so the doors open all day, all year. The only time we shut the door is at lunchtime, tea time, and if the temperatures go over 27, 28 because it's too hot out there, or if we have thunder and lightning. Apart from that, we have our welly box, as you can see there. We have lots of coats, all-in-ones over there, and the children spend as much time in our outdoor area as they like, really. Some children do learn better outside than inside, and we mimic the activities that we do inside. We also mimic them outside for them children that do like to learn in an outdoor area, so they can have that opportunity. Is our preschool room. The children will be in this room for at least a year before they move through to their reception class. Again, as you can see, it's part carpet, part wet floor. Again, all the toys, all the resources, all stored at low level, so it's easy to access for the children. Main difference in this room is the children have access to a computer. It's out all day, every day. The children can select from a number of programs, obviously all educational programs that are designed for preschool children. They have access to art and craft materials, as well as a number of different activities that change throughout the day. This is our preschool and tweenie garden. We have a canopied section here, as you can see, so the children can come out in all weathers. We always have an adult-led activity as well as a child-initiated play in the garden. So as you can see, we have got mark-making equipment here. We've got Small World there for the children. We've got our animals out. That is our sand pit. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19 restrictions, we're not currently using the sand pit as we can't sterilise it thoroughly. We do have sand in the rooms in smaller containers that we can sterilise, but in the garden we're not having sand. We have our book area there where we bring our books out. The children often bring their cushions and blankets and make it into a cosy area. At the minute we have sectioned the garden in half, as you can see, with the fence. That is to ensure that our tweenie children stay separate from our preschool children. So in this section here is all our tweenies, and then for the rest of the garden at the minute, due to the restrictions, this is the area that the preschoolers will play in. We have got the gazebo there. We use that as our outdoor classroom. We have our container there which will be filled with soil, and the children will probably grow carrots this autumn. That is our plant pot. Not a lot grows in there as all our children like to water it, and when 37 children water one plant we do tend to kill it. The top side there is the mud kitchen, and then we've got our climbing frame and our slide. Across this side here we have got the preschool outdoor classroom. It is sectioned off with a fence all the way around, but there isn't a gate. As you can see there, you can preschool just come and go, they can just enter and leave. We just put this up as a visual to stop the tweenies going in, so the preschool can have more outdoor learning that is specifically aimed at their age range. We have our hose pipe down there, and there is an outdoor tap just at the back there, so the children can turn the tap on, the hose pipe, to water the plants. When it's really warm, we put the sprinkler on so the children can play under the hot water and cool down.